Imagine if your bookshelf could talk. What secrets would it reveal about you? Is it just a collection of stories, or is it telling a story of its own, one about who you are, who you've been, and who you dream of becoming? Bookshelves are far more than storage for your favorite novels or a place to stash textbooks. They're deeply personal reflections of your inner world, aspirations, and even your identity. Each title, each stack, and even the way you organize them tells a story about you. Let's explore the hidden psychology of your bookshelf and uncover what it might be saying about you. Picture this: you walk into someone's living room and see a towering bookshelf. It's filled with classics, bestsellers, niche nonfiction, and maybe a sprinkling of childhood favorites. As your eyes scan the titles, you begin to form a picture of who this person might be. Bookshelves, according to The Guardian, act as intimate physical representations of our accomplishments. They're not just for storage, they're trophies, markers of intellectual growth, curiosity, and the journeys we've taken through the pages of countless books. But why do we keep books we've already read? After all, they've served their purpose, right? Psychologists argue otherwise. These books often act as tangible reminders of specific phases of our lives. Much like photo albums, they capture a snapshot of who we were at a particular moment in time. For example, that well-worn copy of The Catcher in the Rye might remind you of your teenage years, filled with existential questions. Or that self-help book you read during a challenging period might symbolize a turning point in your life. Think about your favorite book. Is it on display? Why that one and not another? What message are you sending, intentionally or subconsciously, by showcasing it? The trophy shelf. Why we display certain books. Let's talk about the books we choose to display prominently. These aren't just random choices. Often, they're books that align with how we want others to perceive us. Maybe it's that thick biography of a historical figure or an intimidating philosophy text. These trophied books signal to the world, "This is who I am, or who I aspire to be." This phenomenon, sometimes referred to as bookshelf wealth, isn't about flaunting economic status. As Vogue explains, it's about affirming a life of intellectual curiosity and exploration. A well-stocked bookshelf can convey sophistication, ambition, and depth, even if you've only skimmed through some of the titles. But here's an interesting twist: not all bookshelves are authentic. In recent years, staged bookshelves have become a trend, especially with the rise of video calls. People carefully curate their shelves to create a specific impression, sometimes even buying books in bulk, not for reading, but for aesthetic appeal. What does your bookshelf say about your identity? And if someone else saw it, would they know the real you, or just the version you want them to see? The unread stack, aspiration in book form. Now, let's shift focus to the infamous to be read pile, or TBR. We all have one, a stack of books we bought with the best intentions but haven't quite gotten around to reading. To the untrained eye, these stacks might look like procrastination. But according to Psychology Today, our unread books reveal something far more profound: our aspirations. That stack of untouched novels, self-help guides, or technical manuals? It's a window into your future self. Maybe you picked up a book on mindfulness, hoping to incorporate it into your life. Or perhaps that dense classic you've been meaning to read symbolizes a desire for deeper intellectual engagement. Owning a book, even if you haven't read it, can still bring value. It represents hope. It's a small step toward becoming the person you want to be. Take a look at your TBR pile. Which book has been sitting there the longest? Why haven't you read it yet? Could it be telling you something about your priorities, or your hesitations? Organization styles. What your bookshelf says about your personality. Even the way you organize your books can reveal aspects of your personality. Consider these common styles. Color-coordinated shelves scream boldness and creativity. They often belong to people who are social, lively, and enjoy making a visual statement. Alphabetically arranged books suggest a love for order and efficiency. These are the shelves of someone who thrives on structure and clarity. Chaotic piles and stacks belong to the spontaneous and creative. If your bookshelf looks like a jumbled mess, it might reflect your free-spirited approach to life. Genre-grouped collections hint at an analytical and systematic mind. You like to see patterns and organize your thoughts as neatly as your books. Which one are you, the bold color coordinator, the meticulous organizer, or the carefree stacker? And what does that say about how you approach life? The emotional connection. Why we hold on to books. Finally, let's talk about the emotional connection we have with books. Some books, no matter how old or tattered, are simply irreplaceable. Research shows that people who read classics tend to have higher levels of empathy. Why? Because classics often explore complex human emotions and social issues, helping readers see the world through different eyes. Books also serve as time capsules. That worn-out novel you read in college isn't just a book, it's a memory of late-night study sessions, new friendships, or a particular phase of self-discovery. And then there are the books we can't let go of. Maybe it's a childhood favorite that brings comfort or a gift from someone special. These books aren't just stories, they're pieces of us. Think about the oldest book on your shelf. Why have you kept it all these years? What does it mean to you? Your bookshelf is more than a collection of paper and ink. It's a diary, a mirror, and a map of your intellectual and emotional journey. It tells the world where you've been, what you've learned, and where you dream of going. So the next time you glance at your bookshelf, take a moment to appreciate its hidden psychology. Because, in many ways, it's the story of you. What's the most surprising thing your bookshelf says about you? Take a closer look. You might just learn something new. Your bookshelf is more than a collection of paper and ink. It's a diary, a mirror, and a map of your intellectual and emotional journey. It tells the world where you've been, what you've learned, and where you dream of going. So the next time you glance at your bookshelf, take a moment to appreciate its hidden psychology. Because, in many ways, it's the story of you. If you enjoyed uncovering the fascinating psychology behind bookshelves and want to explore more insights into the human mind, personality, and behavior, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Let us know in the comments, what does your bookshelf say about you? We'd love to hear your stories.